a bill, they should scrap it off. Suspending it is not enough.
So you think it is not an accommodative levy that we should even...
You remember they told us one of their justification was that it won't affect the pumps, the fuel pumps.
Yeah.
But
I remember
you see, at the time they were passing it, this crude was surging around 60. When they took over from us, from the global market, it was around 80.
Okay.
Now, when they took over, gracefully, it came down to 60. CD, dollar to CD, we had depreciation. We had it appreciated. So everything was moving on nicely. So when there is a fuel reduction, it doesn't affect much. It is good to us. Now, there is a crisis somewhere. This 60 will be able to shoot from 60 to even 120. And it will come down to affect your fuel over us here, down here, to come down to affect us. And now you are telling us, see, scrap it off, because the 1 cedi on a liter, won't be able, your own energy minister told us that it won't be able to even solve the issue. And to even talk about the debt you left us. You think it, you remember I told you that there's a shortfall in their budget. Yes, and that is the main reason why they were introducing the levy. It wasn't any doomsday anything.
So it was a shortfall that they wanted to make up for.
Good. President Akufo-Addo, when he scrapped about over 10 taxes, there was a shortfall in his budget and he needed to fill that. He couldn't. He tried. He couldn't. Till this crisis came in. And it largely affected us. Before the crisis, our dollar to cedi was about 5 cedi to 7 cedi. After the COVID and Russia-Ukraine war, you see where it said to, where it hit to. So we are telling Ghanaians that if they won't, because they cannot tell Ghanaians, because they themselves hate us, that Russia-Ukraine war and COVID-19 didn't have any impact on us. But we'll tell Ghanaians for them that Israel and Iran war will have impact. Because Ghana largely depends on oil. We import them. So it will affect us. So we'll say it for them, because for them, they backlash the Russia-Ukraine war, telling Ghanaians that it didn't have any impact on us. And today, you are telling us you are suspending it. Now, the reason why we were telling them that you burden Ghanaians with the 1 cedi levy was that, one, under the IMF program, we had already burdened them with 14% on electricity tariffs and water. Why again introduce a 1% and telling us that you are going to accumulate 5.7 billion under the D-levy? But truthfully, in their budget, there is a deficit, there is a revenue shortfall of 6 billion. So they needed a 5.7 from the D-levy to fill in there. And unfortunately, they had a backlash from their own people. Minority spoke. COMAC spoke. GPRTU spoke. Transport drivers spoke. That no, it won't help us. And then here we have Israel-Iran crisis coming in. So they had no option than to suspend it. Suspending is not enough, my brother. Scrap it off. Take it off. Because even this D-levy didn't even have any sunset clause in it, telling us that, oh, if the global crude goes up, we will take it off. Or it is going to last for 1 year. It had nothing. Just a shock. We woke up one day and then there is a 1 cedi on every liter, 4 cedi, 50 pesos on every gallon. And their justification was that we have reduced fuel for you. When we add 1 cedi, it won't affect at the pump. And unfortunately, there is a crisis coming up and it will affect at the pump. The 1 cedi will go and join. And Ghanaians will suffer because we've already burdened them with another tariffs of which they are paying. So my point is, if there is an energy sector crisis or you need money to buy fuel, what are we using the 14% for?